IATA for being rude to a guest I didn't even invite. I'm 28 and live with my grandma. We both genuinely enjoy living together, and our relationship is close. We laugh, share stories, and she even braids my hair while I talk about my day at work. It's a peaceful and enjoyable setup. Things took a turn at my cousin's wedding. My sister, grandma, and I attended a traditional ceremony that was quite cute. However, the after-party was chaotic. Everyone was dancing, and I was already exhausted. There is a tradition where the bride's family danced, followed by the groom's family. Being part of the groom's side, I was asked to dance. I didn't want to, but my grandma encouraged me, so I reluctantly joined in. Afterward, an older woman I didn't know looked me up and down and said, "You don't dance that often, do you?" It felt rude and judgmental, but I laughed it off to avoid drama. When I told my sister, she suggested I ignore it, so I tried. What I didn't expect was for my grandma to invite this woman to come home with us. At first, I thought she would just get a ride or stay briefly, but when I got home and went to bed, she was still there the next morning. I left for work, and when I returned, she was still around. I finally asked my grandma what was going on. She told me this woman was a guest and would be staying for a few days. I was upset because I hadn't been informed or consulted. It's my house, and I felt I deserved a say in who stays. Now, it's been 8 long days, and she's still here. She constantly inserts herself into my life, giving unsolicited opinions. If I mention cramps, she suggests I should work out more. If I'm upset about something at work, she tells me to toughen up and stop crying. I never ask for her advice. She just butts in. To be clear, I haven't been rude to her. I don't argue or snap. I've only vented to my grandma, sister, and boyfriend about feeling uncomfortable. Instead of understanding, they tell me I'm being rude, which feels insane. All I've done is express my frustration about someone overstaying their welcome and disrespecting me. After receiving advice from others, I realized the guest stay had been planned between her and my grandma without my knowledge. I reached a breaking point and directly asked who she was and why I hadn't been informed. My grandma explained she was an old friend from her nursing days, but felt I was rude for questioning it. I made it clear that my boundaries had been crossed and that I was uncomfortable with a long-term guest without my consent. The guest became upset and decided to leave. When I returned from work later that day, she was gone and is now staying with my sister. Things between my grandma and me are currently tense, but we're giving each other space.